Nestled in between the Appalachian Mountains and Cumberland Plateau lies Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Finley Stadium as we get set for Chattanooga FC hosting Orlando City B. Welcome in. I'm Josh Toll. Both these sides are unbeaten in MLS Next Pro play. Orlando City coming off their first clean sheet of the season with a 1-0 win over Crown Legacy. Chattanooga FC, they have scored first in every Next Pro game this season. They like to get off on the front foot early, and they'll look to do that here once again at home against Orlando City B. Orlando City B coming to the Scenic City, having never beat Chattanooga FC. That is something they will try to change here early in the season, but these two teams level on points, both with 8 right there next to one another in the standings. Chattanooga FC third. As we look at starting lineups, Chattanooga FC, Chris Nugent will have his club in a 3-4-3. 4 changes from Wednesday's U.S. Open Cup. In the starting wing is Min-Jae Kwok. Right next to him at that striker position, the longest tenured player, Marcus Naglestad, 33 years old, most appearances in club history with 100, and he also is the all-time leading goal scorer for Chattanooga FC. Orlando City B, they are led by Manuel Goldberg. He will have his club in a 4-2-3-1, making 3 changes from last week's game. This Orlando City B side rested up. Meanwhile, Chattanooga FC, they have played 3 games in the span of 7 days. Hayden Sargis gets the start today at center back. Noah Abdullahi also getting the start, but the man you want to watch out for right there in the midfield on the right-hand side, Zachariah Taifi, 1 goal, 2 assists. He has an assist in back-to-back games. Talise, the Brazilian, up top. He's going to look to get his scoring going. Still looking for his first goal of the season, as head coach Manuel Goldberg will rely on Talise up front. Our officials today are head referee Mohamed Kalea. Our first assistant is Austin Holt. Our second assistant, Joshua Beck. And our fourth official today, Alexander Zalakov. Both these teams with 2 wins on the year and 1 draw. Both of them, same amount of goals scored and same goals given up. Both have scored 5 times. Both have given up 3 goals on the year. Talking with Chris Nugent about tonight's game. They want to start off strong, show their identity in the attack, and be adaptable. And Will Goldberg, knowing that they could have tired legs, saying, well, that could work in Chattanooga FC's favor, depending on how you see it. The more games you get, the more easier it's able to build up as a team. Really trying to find that rhythm. And this Orlando City B side, a team that's more rested. Orlando City B in the white kits tonight with the purple shorts and numbering. Meanwhile, Chattanooga FC in the dark blue kits this evening, as this is played out wide to Callum Watson. Watson getting his 3rd start of the season. He is a dangerous winger. Was able to talk to him before this week's game as well. As here, Robert Screen will flip it out, and it's going to go out of play. But talking with Callum Watson on Wednesday night against rival Chattanooga Red Wolves, played in front of 12,000 fans. Talked about how it was an exceptional turnout, exciting. We're really thankful that the fans showed up to show what they were capable of. Ultimately losing in kicks in that game, as that game finished in a 1-1 draw after 120 minutes of play. Daniel Mongarov, the lone goal in that game for Chattanooga FC, and it was a thing of beauty from the set piece. Screen trying to pop it out wide, deflected around, and we'll have our first foul of the game going against Orlando City B, and this is going to come in a very dangerous position, about 10 yards outside the 18-yard box. Take a look back at the foul, a clear trip. Daniel Mongarov scored on a free kick on Wednesday night, but he is not in the starting lineup here tonight. He is available off the bench. Tate Robertson setting up with the right foot for Chattanooga FC. Carlos Mercado once again between the sticks. 3rd start of the season. He's made 7 saves on the year. Robertson drives it. And this will be a corner for Chattanooga FC. Still an opportunity here in the 3rd minute of play. 2 games this season, Chattanooga FC has scored a goal 6 minutes or before in the start of it. Robertson set it for an outward swinging ball. The delivery, headed up, and now sent away by Orlando City. Nagastad, he'll play it to the center. Screen, diagonal ball. Cross, and once again blocked out, and another corner here for Chattanooga FC. Chattanooga, they do have 1 home win on the season. Meanwhile, for Orlando City B, 1 road win on the year. Talking to Callum Watson about the health. Really, Thursday went back and looked at the game they played on Wednesday. Friday really got out there on the field for a couple hours. Were able to get the scouting process down and figure out what they want to do here for today's game. But really loves the resilience of this team. This team really requiring a high standard of performance week in and week out. Lots of turnover from last season for Chattanooga FC. Really melded together and built up chemistry over the long preseason. They'll play it short. Lofted ball, back post, headed down, sent away. Kwok plays it back in. Ball bouncing around. And now sent away by Orlando City Beast to Tahiri Brown. Tahiri Brown, a mainstay at that left back position. Really the big changes at center backs. Thomas Williams today up with the first team, who's playing Philadelphia Union. 4 players in total up with the first team for Orlando City B. Jackson Platts, who we've seen at center back position, has now rotated to the right side, right outside back position here for this evening. Collision in the circle, and once again another foul against Orlando City B. Manuel Goldberg about that Red Bulls games. Really felt like they had a lot of good moments in the game. Not as clinical as they wanted to be in the attacking third. Controlled the game, really knew what the Red Bulls wanted to do. Had that good set piece goal, but coming into this game, really wanted to finish the game and get the goals on the scoreboard. Kwok. Garvanyan looping ball in, sent away. Foul now called against Garvanyan. First of 3 meetings between these 2 teams. Next 2 games will be in Orlando City. Those games will be June 1st and June 9th and August 9th. Orlando City has yet to defeat Chattanooga FC. Last year, Chattanooga FC's first year in MLS NEXT Pro. Came from the NISA ranks before making their way to the NEXT Pro. Reed Brown. One of the players that Orlando City is out with their team's leading goal scorer, Shaq Muhammad, also on the first team roster here tonight. He's scored in back-to-back games coming into tonight. Sargis. See Sargis playing the midfield as well as at the center back position. Ellis gives it up. Screen will play backwards. Dudley. Here's Garvanyan. Looking for screen. Screen tries sidestep defender. Gets the foul committed. Foul called on Dylan Judelson, the 16-year-old. Might be a second warning there to Judelson. About this game in Orlando City and going back to the game against Crown, really felt that they made a big improvement from the 2 previous games. A more solid team, building up in different phases. Press is really coming around strong, as this is going to be a chance here on the cross, and goes right into the hands of Mercado. I know Goldberg talking about how they want to be better on the basics and focus on that as well as the build-up here tonight. Sturgis getting his first start of the season, plays it forward to John Solis. John Solis, a veteran on this Orlando City B side, has been with the club since 2023. Solis trying to fight for position as this is going to find the hands of Jakupovic. Jakupovic, 40 years old, 17 saves, which is best in MLS Next Pro. Dudley down the line. Carvanian will go inside. Carvanian last year on the season, 5 goals, 7 assists, was second on the team in assists. Chattanooga FC side last year finishing just outside the playoffs, finishing 9th. They needed a win the final day to have a chance to get in the playoffs. Ultimately went to kicks where they won. Not enough to get them in to the playoffs. That is their goal this year. Once again, get to the playoffs. Callum Watson talking just about that as well. Well, they want to do more than get to the playoffs. They also want to continue to win and win the entire thing. Really feels like they have a great group together here and have the ability to do that. Dudley pushing up. Plays the ball in space, trying to give Kwok a chance to run, but out is Mercado. Mercado will simply play this out, allow his defense to get back and reset. Mendonça comes over from Next Pro Cup winners from last year, the champions, North Texas, where he spent the previous 2 seasons. FC doing a good job going side to side, try to find the space. Screen, out wide. Watson slows it up, brings it back. Robertson goes inside to screen. Screen, looking to play it to Watson. Watson trying to get around Reed Brown, unable to do so, and then commits the foul with the push in the back. Chattanooga FC applying the high press, something that they've been very good at this season, forcing the mistakes in the back line. Chattanooga FC, you look at the U.S. Open Cup as well as MLS Next Pro regular season. They've scored first in all but 1 game this year. The lone game they did not do that was on Wednesday. Talking about about that. He says they cannot let them get out on the front foot early. They have to be ready for the pace of play and the aggressiveness of Chattanooga FC. Solis turns aside. Solis able to get around one defender. Plays it forward. Opportunity for Taifi, but offside. Taifi right now in the season for Orlando City B. 1 goal, 2 assists. Ellis charging up the field. Ellis brings it to his right. Ellis cuts it. What a save. Jakupovic going down with the right hand to make the stop. 18th save of the year for the keeper of Chattanooga FC. Ellis with a good look here. One of the near posts and a great save by the 40-year-old. Jakupovic, of course, winning an FA Cup with Leicester City. Played for Everton, also with Hull City. Taifi to take the corner. Goes short. Solis. Taifi. Ellis with the right. And another save by Jakupovic. Jakupovic going direct, and Mercado will head it away. Dagestad for screen. Watson. Dagestad. The 33-year-old will play it into the channel. Ball played in, near post, headed away. Danza will just leave it in the circle. Dudley. Here's Kohler. Kohler, long lofted ball. Judelson into the circle. Solis trying to back it out. Like numerous players on this roster, formerly part of the Orlando City Academy. Also with a great chance that was denied here moments ago by Jakupovic. Ellis back to Solis. Little give and go action. Taifi leads the team in chances created. This portion of the match is brought to you by Markman's. Established in 1976, Markman's is Chattanooga's family-owned destination for fine jewelry and precision timepieces. Located outside Hamilton Place, the moment is truly yours at Markman's. Dagestad. Kwok. Lays it back. Carvanyan blocked away. Carvanyan trying to get that with his left foot. An outside-in shot. Another corner here early in the game coming for Chattanooga FC. Third corner of the game for the home side. Ball played back post. Mercado able to go up and grab it for Orlando City B. Mercado's slow to get up as well. His body's around Mercado, so maybe got hit in the side, possibly on the leg in a collision. Mercado on the year. This is his third start. He's allowed only 1 goal on the year. Does have a clean sheet on the season as well. A clean sheet coming last week against Crown Legacy. See the keeper, Mercado, holding the shin, as well as trying to stretch out his foot. So maybe he just got stepped on in the long run. Hopefully nothing serious as the training staff comes off. Other action around MLS Next Pro Day. How about Malachi Molina in stoppage time goal to give North Texas a 2-1 road win against Portland Timbers 2. Carolina Core right now taking on New York City FC 2. Tomorrow, 7 games in total here in Next Pro. St. Louis City 2 will host Colorado Rapids 2. Two teams looking for their first win in Next Pro play this year. Columbus Crew 2 hosting Crown Legacy. Sprays out. Currently, Carolina Core up 2-0 over NYCFC 2. NYCFC 2 right now have one of the leading scorers in Seymour Reed, who saw his first MLS action with the first team. He has 3 goals on the season, tied for the league with 3 other players. This off. Looks like he's going to be good to go once again. So great to see. The 19-year-old Brazilian plays it back to Reed Brown. Claypier has numbers to his right. Goes to Ellis. Ellis to Tythe on the first touch and kicked away. Jakupovic already with 3 saves in tonight's match. Ellis thought about it for a second, goes right over at Tythe, who has a clean look, gets it on the first touch, and you get the kick save from the keeper of Chattanooga FC. Eldin Jakupovic doing a tremendous job here tonight to keep this game 0-0. Now with 20 saves on the season. Chattanooga goes short and on the ground. Solis on the end line. Floater up and just off target. Great look right there by Orlando City's Tahir Reed Brown. Got his head square to it. Just outside. Mendonça pushing it up the field. Mendonça, room to roam with the right! Off the post! What a strike from Nick Mendonça! Wow, That thing had some pace behind it. No one's stepping up for Orlando City B. Mendonça just keeps going forward and lets it rip. 6 inches to the right, that's a goal. Chris Nugent with high praise about Nick Mendonça, talking about his character, just an excellent human being. Really a player that understands the game. He can hold up play, and really is a better player playing forward than he gets credit for. And you can see it right there. It got around one defender on what was supposed to be a pass, had plenty of room to roam, and then lets it rip with the right foot. This portion of the match is brought to you by Center of Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, Chattanooga's leading provider of multi-specialty orthopedic care. Nagelstad, looping ball. Another corner here for Chattanooga FC. Fourth corner of the game now for the home side. Left-footed ball coming. Screen. Screen on the return pass. Carvagna knocked off the ball. Screen on the end line now. Chattanooga FC need to do something here with this opportunity. Just looking like a wasted corner at the moment. And now played in, but right to Reed Brown, but he gets a missed touch and goes right to Mercado. Lucky for Reed Brown. And then the collision in the box. Reed Brown with a missed touch, and then clock running right into the side of Mercado. Chris Nugent about the challenges of 3 games. It's challenging, but he says they have professionals on the team, knows that they'll have fatigue. Talked about how there will be some changes in the lineup and the rotation and making those adjustments. But really pleased how the guys took care of themselves this week in preparation for these 2 games, the one on Wednesday and the one today. FC currently 3rd in the table. Meanwhile, Orlando City B 4th. Orlando City B, they made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Chattanooga last year finishing 9th. Watson. Nagelstad. Switching sides. Dudley for Garvagnan. Garvagnan, screen, Dudley. Here's Kwok. Nice slip ball to Garvagnan. Cuts it back. At Nagelstad, but ball just too far in front of the Norwegian. Ellis slowing it up at the moment. 4 players tonight for Orlando City B with the first team. Center back Thomas Williams, Colin Gusky, who just got back from international duty now with the first team tonight. Shaq Mohammed, the team's leading goal scorer. And Gustavo Caraballo also with the first team. Caraballo, of course, youngest player in club history to make his debut. Youngest player to sign a contract with Orlando City. Made his debut for the first team side at 16 years old in 184 days. Also, Next Pro alumni Alex Freeman. What is he doing on this season? Well, he's already got a pair of goals and an assist. He's really been that staple at that right outside back position this year. 165 players in total have signed contracts here in MLS Next Pro with the first teams. Sargis on the outside back, and Platt's unable to reach him. Teams met 3 times last season. Lone win coming for Chattanooga FC. Other 2 ended up in a draw. Shots on goal in this game for Orlando City B. All 3 of them stopped by Eldin Jakupovic. Solis. Juddleson, the 16-year-old. Talise trying to get to the ball first, gets it with the right foot, and Jakupovic comes out to grab the ball out of the air. This portion of the match is powered by EPB. Mendonça for Watson. Watson, a hesitation to go, plays it into the channel. Mendonça, screen. Garbagnan takes deflection, headed away by Sargis, but right back to Garbagnan. Screen. Arc that pass up and over to Kwok, unable to connect. Slowing the game down. Crowd out here tonight, Chattanooga FC, as the stands continue to fill up. Had 12,000, over 12,000 on Wednesday night against Chattanooga Red Wolves. 4th largest attendance in club history. 2 teams in MLS Next Pro did move on to round 3. Columbus Crew defeating Lexington SC by a score of 3-0 in a cup set. They'll play Pittsburgh River Hounds on Tuesday, April 15th. Claypier somehow keeps this in play and then tapped out. The other team advancing on. Tacoma Defiance beating Spokane Velocity by a score of 2-1 in extra time. Tacoma will host Oakland Roots at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, also on April 15th. pushing and shoving going on in the 18-yard box, and our head referee, Mohamed Kalea, will stop play for the moment, and now we'll resume. Solis. Both teams being very patient in how they attack, electing to go backwards and recycle if need be. Slip ball, an opportunity. Here the shot. Once again, Jakubovic coming up big, stopping Talise. Well, this man is 40 years old, but he looks like a spry 26-year-old. Crowd now chanting Jakubovic. Another throw here for Tahiri Brown. Another one of those former academy players here for Orlando City B, was an MLS Next All-Star back in 2023. Solis. Solis trying to cut it back to his left, knocked off the ball by Watson, who wins it back for Chattanooga FC. Good effort right there by Callum Watson, making his third start of the season. Watson, a joy to talk to in our weekly call. We're talking about how this group is really a connected group, really came together here during the preseason. Really great to get to know one another. I really feel like they have a great group of guys here that can really do something special this season. Abdullahi. Scoreless here, 35 minutes as we approach the 36th minute. Shots on goal for Orlando City V, 4. Still waiting for the first for Chattanooga FC. Chattanooga FC, though, did have a great chance from Nick Mendonça, who hit one off the post. Taifi. Looking for Talise. Highlights for you, stats here at the break. We'll also take a look back at this week's report in MLS Next Pro. Diagonal ball. Garbanyan over his Platts to defend. Garbanyan to his left, cleared away by Platts, and another corner here for Chattanooga FC. Showing off his versatility, can play inside as well as outside on that back line. Tate Robertson will come over for the corner. Last time Chattanooga FC had a corner, didn't do anything with it. Let's see if they try to play the ball into the box this time. Played in, headed out. Robertson sends it in, but right at Mercado. Carolina Core up 3-0 over New York City FC 2, and a North Texas game that went final earlier thanks to a late goal by Malachi Molina. Poor giveaway right there by Reed Brown. Nagelstad, though, gives it right back. Good pressure there by Solis to help win the ball back for Orlando City B. High praise from Manuel Goldberg about Solis, his experience, the leadership he brings. Offside flag is up against Taifi. Really the big thing that Solis is stepping into is even more of a leadership role this year with these younger players. Solis, a player that's seen time now with Colombia's national team. Just getting more confidence as his career progresses. We got two good defensive holders here, defensive midfield holders in Dylan Jellison and John Solis for Orlando City B. And then the other side, Nick Mendoza. Taifi trying to chip it to himself. Dudley there for Chattanooga FC, and a throw coming for Orlando City B. Taifi tied for second in the league in assists with 2. Back-to-back with an assist. Both those assists going to Shaq Muhammad, who's right now with the first team here this evening as they take on Philadelphia Union. Abdullahi, Sargis, Orlando City B with traditional possession, try to control the game. Mendoza wins the ball back off Ellis. Watson cuts it back. Great job by Nick Mendoza. Win the ball for Chattanooga FC. Just a standing tackle to get the ball back. Kohler knocked over, and this will be a foul against Orlando City B. Brazilian guilty of the foul in Talise. Here are the game so far. You have to look at Eldin Jakupovic, already 4 saves in the game. Platts. Talise with the right. Talise, it blocked away once again. Jakupovic having himself a first half. 5th save of the game. Clear look by the Brazilian and good save once again by Jakupovic. Jakupovic, originally from Bosnia and Herzegovina, represents Switzerland at the senior level. FA Cup with Leicester City, also won a Russian Cup with Lokomotiv Moscow. Platts to the spot. Next for Chattanooga FC, how about the Battle of the Independents as they'll take on Carolina Core. Carolina Core right now leading NYCFC 2. This will be a foul from behind called against Mendoza. An opportunity once again for Orlando City B to do something with it here on this free kick. Possession slightly favoring Chattanooga FC, but Orlando City B has been the much more dangerous team in creating chances. Taifi, some final words to Solis as he walks away. Solis setting up with the right foot. On the ground, chipped up. I like the idea there by Ellis trying to play it in to a streaking Taifi. Unable to reach him as it was deflected out of play by Chattanooga FC. Solis, oh, how about that move? And he thought he was fouled, and he was. And a free kick here, once again from Orlando City being now in an even more dangerous spot. Chance to get one on the scoreboard before the break. Solis waiting for the go-ahead. The service, near post. Sent away by Kwok, and a throw coming for Orlando City B. Very well executed first half for the visitors. And while Goldberg talking about this game, making sure that they do not let Chattanooga FC get off to the front foot, get that early goal, and so far holding the home team scoreless here in the opening 45 minutes of play. Have to hand it to Eldin Jakupovic, keeping Orlando City B off the scoreboard with 5 saves. Jakupovic with the 5 saves in the game. On the other side, Carlos Mercado coming into the game had only 7 on the year. Taifi, Platts. 3 minutes of stoppage time added on to the first half of play. Orlando City B doing a good job making the attackers work, having to come back and defend. Platts, Taifi, cuts it across, chopped down, and unable to keep it in play. Trying to clear it out was Nathan Kohler. Corner here for Orlando City B. City B tonight without their leading scorer, Shaq Mohammed, who's with the first team. Shaq Mohammed also 19 goals all time with Orlando City B, so that's a big piece that they're missing in terms of creating goals. Solis lines up with the right foot, has Taifi to his left. The service into the area, headed up. Sargis got to it, off the volley, takes the deflection, goes out of play. Claypier got the right foot to it off the volley, took deflection, another corner coming for Orlando City B. Solis once again gives it a go. Kwok will send it the length of the field. Ricardo going long. No one ahead though for Orlando City B. And there is the whistle to close out the first half. One good look for Chattanooga FC coming from Nick Mendonca, which hit the post. Meanwhile, Orlando City B, 5 shots on target in the opening half, but Eldin Jakubowicz coming up big for Chattanooga FC. Our score at half is Chattanooga FC 0, Orlando City 0. As we go to break, take another sneak peek of our all-access piece on the 2024 MLS Next Pro Cup final out now.
Welcome to the 2024 MLS Next Pro Pick Your Opponent, or PYO as the kids are calling it. To be able to pick your opponent, if you finish at the top of your conference, you should have that right. And we're giving those teams here that exactly. We now turn the page to Philadelphia into who is going to be your selection.
We wanted to pick someone that our fans love to hate and could get behind the game, but unfortunately Red Bull wasn't available for this call, so we went with New York City FC.
The #1 overall seed North Texas would surprise us by not selecting a conventional pick.
Vancouver has been a very good season. They played really well, but we want to try ourselves.
It is time to kick off the 2024 MLS Next Pro playoffs. We start today with the conference quarterfinals in the Eastern Conference.
We welcome you to the Western Conference playoffs in MLS Next Pro.
The Eastern Conference quarterfinals continue.
The stage is set for the postseason. A terrific matchup on hand today.
Highlights and stats are coming up later in halftime, but first we have lots to catch up on, so let's do that in this week's report.
To Makina. Wow! What a banger!
Barzu to his right. Right, Brandon. Oh my, what a thing of beauty!
Down for Neri! Rodrigo Neri with the brace!
Welcome to this edition of The Report. I'm April Marie Aguilar, coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee, where history was made. For the first time ever, two crosstown rivals, Chattanooga FC and the Chattanooga Red Wolves, went head-to-head in the second round of the 2025 U.S. Open Cup. It was a game full of drama and intensity. The first half saw each team score a golazo. From there, it went scoreless through the second half and extra time. The Red Wolves ultimately won it 5-4 on PKs. And although the boys in blue came up just short, it doesn't take away from an incredible, electrifying atmosphere. 12,131 in attendance, the fourth largest crowd in Chattanooga FC history, and the second largest crowd to watch a U.S. Open Cup second round match. And as MLS Next Pro President Charles Alchek told us, it's a kind of experience MLS Next Pro clubs can learn from.
When we were designing the plan for MLS Next Pro, nights like tonight, games like this, rivalry games, local derbies, this is part of our vision, and having our Next Pro teams competing in the U.S. Open Cup is such an important part of that. And I think what's happening here tonight is another example. You know, these players, this game means a lot to these players, means a lot to the fans, to the coaching staff, and to everybody in this community.
And here's how much it means. The players showing their appreciation for the crowd after a match that will be talked about for a long time. March was a busy month in MLS Next Pro with heavy rotations, flex schedules, and clubs having to play more matches than normal due to the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. But one constant, the play from St. Louis City 2 named MLS Next Pro's Team of the Month. City 2 started off by beating defending champion North Texas on the road, followed by back-to-back wins over Sporting KC2, and capping off the month with a shootout win over Austin FC2. They set a new club record by going unbeaten in their first 4 games to start the season.
Collected 11 points out of 12. That's been up for grabs. We've kept clean sheets in every single game so far. We've had several academy guys come into the team, make some starts, get a lot of minutes, and we're really starting to execute the identity that we want to play in. So I've been very happy with March so far. I think being consistent is very, very important. So we want to consistently keep clean sheets. We want to be very good defensively, but for us, just as we grow, we want to be sharper in front of goal. We're creating a lot of good opportunities inside the box, and we're scoring some goals, but we want to continue to build on that and keep putting the ball in the back of the net, scoring goals and picking up points along the way.
Last year, St. Louis City 2 got off to a slow start and ended up making the Western Conference Final. But this year, they went unbeaten in March and didn't allow a single goal. We'll see if they've put themselves in better shape for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, Diego Gonzalez has been named Player of the Month. Gonzalez scored 2 goals and had 2 assists as Houston Dynamo 2 placed second in the Western Conference at the end of March. Gonzalez also saw time, with the first team scoring a goal in a win over El Salvador. Here's his coach, Marcelo Santos.
Diego has a lot of qualities, and he's a very important player for this team. We have a young team. So it's not just the ability for him to make plays and impact the game, but he's also a leader on the team, and it's well deserved, and we're thrilled for him to win this award.
As for the other monthly award winners, we told you how dominant St. Louis City 2 was in March, so it's no surprise that David Critchley has been named Coach of the Month and Colin Welsh is Goaltender of the Month. Yuval Cohen of Inter Miami CF2 is a Rising Star of the Month. He had a brace in a win over Columbus Crew 2. MLS Next Pro is all about the pathway to pro, and as we saw in March, it didn't take long for some MLS Next Pro alumni to make a major impact in Major League Soccer this season. Former MVP Jason Russell Rowe has started every game for Columbus Crew since the season opener, scoring in each of their first 2 games, including the deciding goal in a 1-0 win over New England Revolution. Russell Rowe is already on pace to surpass his MLS career high of 5 goals in a season, set last year. After making 3 appearances for Orlando City SC over the last 2 seasons, Alex Freeman has started all 5 of their games in March, scoring his first 2 MLS goals against Toronto FC and DC United. Freeman also assisted on Orlando's first goal in the win over DC. Antony Oluwaseyi continues to raise his stock with Minnesota United FC. On March 15th, he recorded his first brace in Major League Soccer in a draw against Sporting Kansas City. He became the first Minnesota player to be named MLS Player of the Match Day since 2023. To keep tabs on these and the 160 plus other players who have taken alumni status, go to the all-new alumni page on MLSNextPro.com, where you can check out the latest signings and what former MLS Next Pro players are up to in MLS and around the world.
And one day he's receiving the ball, will you follow him or he's recovering the ball? You understand? But guys, this is the final. You're not playing the final. We play just a normal game. You want to win this game? Yeah. You want to win this game? Yeah.
And you can check out the full documentary All Access, The Road to MLS Next Pro Cup, now on MLSNextPro.com and the MLS Next Pro YouTube page. What's the monthly wrap-up without some on-field action? Well, we saw this golazo on the first day of this season by Osase de Rosario against Ventura County FC.
cross whipped in and banked into the goal. And a flash. Tacoma Defiance have tacked on a second.
And that was one of many great goals in the month of March. Here are some more while I enjoy this delicious plate of tailgate food.
Panamanian side for the Panamanian center back. Here they come on the offensive edge. Shot rocketed towards goal. And LAFC 2 are on the board. Matthew Evans with a ripping strike. Cuts in. Gets his left boot on it. And picks out the far post.
With the 19th minute. Ball is struck and in. An absolute beauty from Alex Moreno. And Portland is on the board in their season opener. Alex Moreno with an absolute beauty. No one is stopping that. Hashtag bar down. Now Kidd to Makina. Wow! What a banger! Gabriel Makina with a masterful shot. And St. Louis goes up by 2. Out of nothing. Gabriel Makina picks his head up and blasts one top corner.
It's Bassett to take, and what a strike it is! A stunner from Sam Bassett, and it's 1-0 Colorado. Sensational. Nestling in the top corner, no chance for Alfin, and against the grain, Rapids 2 leads.
Can Philadelphia muster up as Mariano and Sullivan stand over it? Evan Sullivan works on 5. Sullivan! Kevin Sullivan off of the set piece, breaks through the barrier and gives the first goal to Philly Union of the 2025 season. Breakthrough gun of New England gets behind Stokes of the Red Bulls.
We want to remind you that MLS Next Pro will once again be featured at the GA Cup in Florida this year. Orlando City B and Inter Miami 2 will go toe-to-toe in front of many of the future MLS Next Pro stars. Tune in on Tuesday, April 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern on MLS Season Pass. Well, that does it for this edition of The Report. Be sure to tune in to the next episode for the latest around MLS Next Pro. For now, I'm April Marie Aguilar. We'll see you next time.
Down between Chattanooga FC and Orlando City B as we are scoreless at the break. And plenty of chances for Orlando City B in that opening half. But Eldin Jakupovic, the main reason this game is knotted up at 0. Chattanooga FC did have one real good solid chance from Nick Mendonça. That was really the lone look of the game for the home side here. Justin Ellis teeing it up, bring it to his right, gets the shot, and the right-handed save by Jakupovic. That'd be his first of many. This ball blasted in once again by Ellis. Jakupovic with a clean look to stop the pass. Here Ellis thought about it, passes it off to Taifi, and then you get the kick save by Jakupovic. Nice back heel to Solis. Pops it up, headed up by Reed Brown, but off target. And then Nick Mendonça just floating through into the spine, gets a clear look and hits it off the post. One final chance here for Orlando City B, and another brilliant kick save, stopping Talise. Jakupovic with 5 saves in the opening half for Chattanooga FC. He was large for the home side. Home side coming off now. This is their 3rd game in the span of 7 days. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule, 7 games tomorrow. Columbus Crew taking on Crown Legacy FC. Both those sides looking for their first win of the season. Meanwhile, Atlanta United will get things going at noon, hosting Inter Miami 2. Real Monarchs will close out the evening hosting Ventura County in the nightcap at 8 p.m. Eastern. Both sides out to begin the second half. Fourth ever meeting between these two clubs. One win for Chattanooga FC in the series so far. Both teams with 2 draws last year. Orlando City B has never beaten Chattanooga FC, trying to change that here this evening on the road. Third game in 7 days for the home side, and you can see some fatigue there early in that first half. That's going to be the big question, what Chris Nugent does here in terms of rotation. A lot of the players that played on Wednesday night are available as subs. 4 changes in total for that game from Wednesday night against Chattanooga Red Wolves here tonight for Chattanooga FC. Meanwhile, 3 changes on the other side for Orlando City B. In a large part, 4 players up right now with the first team for this Orlando City B side. Ball will pop around, comes to Mendonça, he heads it back, but no one there for Chattanooga. Ellis sitting it deep, Talise trying to sprint for the ball, unable to win it. Robertson. Here's Watson. Robertson back to Watson. The Englishman will play it forward, headed away. Talking to Callum Watson, come over to the stateside. Some of the players that he looked up to growing up, well, he was an Arsenal fan growing up, so Martin Odegaard was a big one that he looked up to. And the other, Luka Modric, which he said was very weird because, of course, Modric played for Tottenham for part of his career before making his way to Real Madrid. Really trying to take parts of those players' games and add it to his own. We'd love to hear some of these different players, the players that they watch, continue to like to watch, and how they try to pattern their game and evolve their game as well. Always trying to steal something that's going to make you just a little bit better. Orlando City B coming off their first clean sheet in a win against Crown Legacy by a score of 1-0. Shaq Muhammad with the lone goal in that. Chattanooga FC playing on Wednesday night in a game that ended in kicks in the U.S. Open Cup against Chattanooga Red Wolves. Lone goal coming in that game for Daniel Mangarov. He is available on the bench here this evening for Chattanooga. The last time they played in MLS Next Pro, well, you go to Sunday in a game that ended in a 2-2 draw against Atlanta United 2. That would go to kicks where Chattanooga FC would find the extra point. Screen. Nagelstad knocked over from behind by Claypier. Nagelstad getting the start, the 33-year-old all-time leader in appearances, now at 100 for Chattanooga FC. Third most in club history. Those Chattanooga's days go back to NPSL days and then NISA days before making their way to Next Pro at the end of 2023. As this is clipped in, Watson unable to get his head to it, falls to the feet of Robertson. Robertson, back post ball, headed down, it's saved by Mercado. Great pass to the back post, and the first save of the game for the Orlando City beekeeper. A thing of beauty on the pass. How about this ball by Robertson? Just served right up. Garvagnon couldn't get it by Mercado. Garvagnon, Nagelstad saying that went over the inline, but they did not get that call. Ellis, 3 players running. Talise. Robertson will play this all the way back. So far this year in MLS Next Pro, Chattanooga FC have scored first in every single game. Screen. For Kwok. Screen not on the same page there. Screen telling Kwok to go inside as Kwok looped around. Lots of new faces on this Chattanooga FC side. On our last year's leading scorer, Madi Wamre, and their assist leader in Taylor Gray. Claypierre looking for Ellis. Back is Kohler, will simply play it out. Chattanooga FC, one of two independent teams here in MLS Next Pro, the other one being Carolina Core. It'll be a battle of the independents next week between those two sides. Meanwhile, Orlando City B, their first team. Orlando City taking on Philadelphia Union at the moment. We might have our first booking of the game. Fareed Sarsar not happy with something. And Sarsar is going to be booked. So frustration there more than anything for Sarsar. Sarsar wearing the captain's armband. He was right in the ear of Muhammad Kalea, our head referee. Sarsar maybe taking one for the team there, maybe not liking a couple of the calls that they're getting here in the second half. Trying to get this team a little bit more motivated. Sarge just getting his first start, plays it forward. A foul called against Kohler and a free kick here for Orlando City B. Solis has taken every one of these free kicks from the field of play. So he sets up. Reed Brown. Good read right there by the captain, Sarsar. Jakupovic will play it towards midfield. Ellis. Reed Brown. Sarges with his first start, as well as Noah Abdullawi. Abdullawi getting the start for Thomas Williams, who's up with the first team. See Jackson Platts in the center back position, now on the right back position here tonight. And here is Platts for Taifi. Back is Kohler. Taifi to the ball first. Solis. Platts with the cross. And a corner coming for Orlando City B in the 54th minute. Fifth corner of the game here for the visitors. First in the second half. Taifi to set up. Taifi's actually the only player on Orlando City B with an assist on the season. He does have 2. Outward swinging ball. Played in, headed up. They're going to say last touch by Abdullawi. Big night in Chattanooga in the Scenic City on Wednesday. Chattanooga FC hosting Chattanooga Red Wolves. Chattanooga FC falling in kicks. Two teams did advance to the U.S. Open Cup. Columbus Crew defeating Lexington SC by a score of 3-0. They'll take on Pittsburgh Riverhounds. That'll be on Tuesday, April 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Tacoma Defiance taking down Spokane Velocity by a score of 2-1 in extra time. Tacoma will host the Oakland Roots at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, April 15th. Nagelstad out wide. How about that ball by the 33-year-old? Garvanyan has numbers inside. Step over. Garvanyan. North Texas with a stoppage time winner here earlier today. Taking down Portland Timbers 2 is Malachi Molina with the goal in that game. The pathway from MLS Next to MLS Next Pro to ultimately MLS. This portion of the match is brought to you by Markman's. Established in 1976, Markman's is Chattanooga's family-owned destination for fine jewelry and precision timepieces. Located outside Hamilton Place, the moment is truly yours at Markman's. Garvanyan looking to give it over to Callum Watson. Sarge is there, and he'll simply play it up the line. Platts. Good jump by Sargis coming over to help. Only that would be where his other center back partner is, and Noah Abdullahi. This ball looped in for Kwok. Kwok, a chance here on left. The save is made by Mercado. Both keepers coming up big here this evening. Mercado with 2 saves here in the second half for Orlando City B. Kwok does a great job on the first touch, gets it to his left foot. Mercado, though, up to the challenge. Second time Mercado has gone down here in this game. Went down in the first half, now getting stretched out. Now training staff will come out for the second time to look at Carlos Mercado. Mercado now with 9 saves on the season. Match day 7 in Major League Soccer. And well, look at Diego Luna, MLS Next Pro alumni for Real Salt Lake. He had a brace in the span of 5 minutes against LA Galaxy in the 2-0 win. Tammy Owashe for Minnesota United. He scored 2 goals in the victory over Real Salt Lake earlier this week, becoming the fastest player in club history to reach 20 goal contributions, 12 goals and 8 assists. That was in match day 6. He's just played 1,428 minutes coming into the weekend for Minnesota United. How about Bo LaRue scoring his first goal for San Jose Earthquakes? Jason Russell-Rowe has been a mainstay for Columbus Crew. Alex Freeman, the outside back for Orlando City. Saw plenty of time here in Next Pro before he made his way to the first team. Mention all the different players right now up with the first team for Orlando City B. Colin Gusky back from international duty, goes up for the first team. Also look at Thomas Williams, the center back. Shaq Mohammed, of course, former number 2 overall pick in the MLS Super Draft. Gustavo Caraballo, the 60-year-old, once again with the first team here tonight for Orlando City. Other former Next Pro alumni, Max Arfston for Columbus Crew with an assist. Benjamin Kramaski of Inter Miami getting an assist as well. Same with Jack McGlynn, who began his career with Philadelphia Union 2 before making his way to Philadelphia Union. Now, of course, playing for Houston. Long ball forward. Nagelstad with his right, blocked aside. Sarr just did a good job of getting into the shooting lane. That could have been a pass to the back post as well, but a corner opportunity here now for the home side. Sixth corner of the game for Chattanooga FC. Tate Robertson once again will take it for Chattanooga. Chattanooga 8 points on the year, 2 wins, 1 draw. Orlando City B with the same record, 2 wins, 1 draw as well. Screen. Robertson. Nagelstad to his left, trying to bend it, headed away. Great job by Abdullahi getting his head to that ball. That ball was bending towards the far post. Chopped down. Garvanian chips it up. Subs getting ready to check in here at some point here shortly for Chattanooga FC. Robertson. Dudley into the channel. Robertson. Kwok. Blocked away once again by Abdullahi. Foul from behind on Kwok. Game is scoreless, and that is something that's been very familiar in terms of tight games for Chattanooga FC. Themes this year, every game separated by at least 1 goal. Talking to Chris Nugent, really the ability to adapt during games, whether they're attacking or defending, has been huge this year. Talks about how when the substitutes come on, the level of play does not drop, and we're about to see a pair of subs come on for the home side. Depth is huge here for Chattanooga FC. Sarr, the captain, also the only player to get booked so far in this game. Mendonça trip from behind, and that will be a foul against the Brazilian Talise. Now we will have the subs come on. Daniel Mangrove, who scored in Wednesday night's game against Chattanooga Red Wolves, will make his way onto the pitch. And he had a goal that came off a set piece, and it was a thing of beauty to the near post. Keegan Anslin will also come in. Anslin and Mangrove both started on Wednesday night. Mangrove in, and Anslin will come on as well. Mangrove near the ball with the left foot, Robertson with the right. Drop back to Robertson, lofted ball. Mendonça. The idea there by Mendonça, but unable to get it near the target. This portion of the match is brought to you by Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, Chattanooga's leading provider of multi-specialty orthopedic care. This ball chipped forward. Typhy sprinting up. Cuts it in. Takes the deflection. Kohler able to play it away. Typhy trying to cut that ball back to Talise. You go back a couple of games ago, that was the exact pass that Typhy made. Find Muhammad in his run to slot the goal home. Sent away by Dudley. Mendonça, Solis on him. Nestling getting his first touches, loses possession. Given right back by Orlando City B. Mangrove. Nagelstad. How about that ball? Mangrove played it across. Nearly got the head of Anslin. Reed Brown able to clear it out with the left foot. Robertson. Chattanooga still in control. Watson out wide. Mangrove now with 2 goals across all competitions. Also scored against Atlanta to the end line. Chopped down by Typhy and a corner coming for the home team. Mangrove, a player that grew up in Atlanta United's academy, saw some time when he was younger with the youth national team at the U15 and 17 level for the USA. He's 22 years old out of Duluth, Georgia. Played his college soccer at Virginia before making his way here to Chattanooga FC. Here with a lot of confidence, a lot of creativity. Chris Nucci couldn't say enough about him in our coach's call this week. Robertson plays it in. Lofted ball, back post Watson. Talking more about Daniel Mangrove with Coach Chris Nugent. Really, he's been great, gets an assist on the first day of the preseason game. And this Chattanooga FC side had a long preseason. But really what you talked about when you talked about the 22-year-old was how he's very professional. He knows how to act and prepare. That's been one of the biggest things, has a great attacking edge. Really deceptive player that can make things happen. Watson deflected. Mendonça. Vanya just took his eye off the ball, wanted to make a pass before he got the ball at his feet. And now the 83rd overall pick in the MLS Super Draft. Rion Torrey will come onto the field for Orlando City B. Torrey, a player that's very competitive, has bite. He's going to bring energy to the field right now for Orlando City B. And Torrey, a graduate at UNC Charlotte, began his collegiate career at St. John's. Sorry, midfield. Offside flag up against Chattanooga. subs coming on for Chattanooga FC. Peter Plowman will now come on. Nagelstead will go off. First appearance of the season for Peter Plowman. This portion of the match is brought to you by Visit Chattanooga. Plowman now on to the game. Plowman, top goal scorer and National Player of the Year at Division II Mars Hills. Scored 25 goals. In his career, he scored 59 goals, had 17 assists, and Solis charges up. Solis trying to slip the ball. Talise! Orlando City in the first half, one of the much more dangerous of these two sides, but that has flipped here in the second half. This is the best look of the second half for Orlando City B. Talise, good look, but elevates the ball. 2 shots on goal here in the second half for Chattanooga FC, 0 for Orlando City B. He's frustrated with himself on that poor touch. Plowman, Sarge is back. Mendonça, Robertson. Robertson plays in, hops right into the hands of Mercado. Plowman, a real big body in at the striker position for Chattanooga FC, stands at 6'3", taller than every player on that back line for Orlando City B. Also has more size as well. Ellis to Taifi. Taifi, little hesitation to his left, and another brilliant save by Jakupovic. Jakupovic, tremendous between the sticks here tonight. Taifi faking like he was going to go right, continues to his left, gets the shot on target, first of the second half, Orlando City B. Ball played in. Solis to his left, turns towards the end line, gets by one defender. Solis cuts it in, punched away. Reed Brown. Sargis. Headed up and over. Nice ball by Sargis. Good look, good contact. Plowman turns away, hard challenge right there by the sub and Torrey. Games in total today, 7 tomorrow, including Team of Match Week last week in St. Louis City 2. St. Louis City 2 last week with a win against Sporting KC 2 and a shootout victory over Austin FC 2 as this ball is played in. Drop back the shot, back post. Good look by Garvagnon, but unable to get it on frame. How about that drop ball right there by the sub, Mangrove. Mangrove doing a good job just cutting it back right in the perfect position on the pass. Garvagnon wanted to do better. Player of match week 3 was Julian Hall of New York Red Bulls 2 in the Hudson River Derby against New York City FC 2. Had an assist and converted from the penalty spot. Another player that really has a bright future ahead of him. Second youngest goal scorer in MLS history. Rising star Yuval Cohen of Inter Miami 2. He was involved in each of Inter Miami 2's goals in the win over Columbus Crew 2. How many goals, you ask? 4. They won 4-2. He was involved in every single one of them. Ball chipped up, intended for Plowman, nodded back, slow roller. Chattanooga FC, they want a foul, feeling that Plowman was grabbed. Solis, Ellis. Right on his hip is Robertson. That pass cut out. How about that read right there by Dudley? Donsa looking for some help, finds it from Watson. Sarsar. Robertson. Opportunity here for Chattanooga. Cut back. Mangrove with left, and he gets the opening goal! Mangrove does it again as he strikes in the 77th minute for the home side. How about this ball across? Mangrove with a great first touch, and with a left foot gets the opening goal of the game for the home side. Mangrove now with 2 goals on the season. And you talk about the subs, the depth of this Chattanooga FC side paying off dividends here tonight. A team that's played now 3 games in the span of 7 days. And while it looked like they had tired legs to begin the game, the second half they've been much better at defending and much better in the attacking third. Mangrove with his 2nd goal now of the season. Goal coming officially in the 78th minute of play. And now Orlando City B playing from behind. Orlando City B has never defeated this Chattanooga FC. Chattanooga FC looking for their 2nd ever win against Orlando City B. Typhy. Ellis. Ellis with the right. And right at the keeper, and Jakupovic have to do better. Back-to-back games with a goal for Mangrove, scoring in Wednesday night's Open Cup game. Across all competitions now, does have 3 goals. Chris Nugent talked about his creativity. You could tell with that first touch and just the confidence that he had, bringing that to his left foot to get the strike. Solis. Scoop pass. Platts. Ball deflected around. Comes right back to Solis. Solis numbers in the box. See the frustration there on Solis' face as he throws the ball to the ground. Our score 1-0. A goal coming by Daniel Mangrove. That is where we sit right now. Large reason this game is 1-0 in favor of the home side. Eldin Jakupovic with 7 saves in today's game. Bree Brown, Ellis. Talise. City B still playing with patience, trying to find the open space to work with. Without the team's leading goal scorer, Shaq Muhammad, who's up with the first team today. Also without Colin Gusky, as well as Gustavo Caraballo. All players that can be a difference maker in the final third. Offside flag up against Platts. Chattanooga FC, a chance to get their 3rd win of the season and remain unbeaten. Mangrove cuts it back. The shot, and it gets through once again, and once again it's a sub as Keegan Anslin gets the 2nd goal of the game. Anslin in the 84th minute strikes for the home side. Second goal of the season for Keegan Anslin. How about this? Just gets it to his left foot and slots it right by Mercado. Chattanooga now pulling away in a game that it looked like was going to be very much in Orlando City B's favor. Now Nick Mendonça will come off the field. Steve Luis Jean will come on. Make that the 3rd goal now of the year for Anslin. Sarsaro plays back, slow roller, nearly gave it away. Dangerous ball back to Jakupovic. Jakupovic comes up limp. Jakupovic with 7 saves in the game. Sarsar just not enough pace behind this. You see Tully's so close. Going down to try to play that away was Jakupovic. Gets the worst of it. Another substitute come on the field for Orlando City B. Clovis Harshong will come on, making his second appearance of the season, 16 years old. Bree Brown, diagonal ball. Here's the first goal scorer, and Daniel Mangarov scored in back-to-back games now. Anslin, he's also scored in back-to-back MLS Next Pro games. Scoring against Atlanta and then scoring here tonight. 3 goals for him as he also scored against Inter Miami too. Plowman trying to chip it up, no one making a run in. Up next for Chattanooga FC, the independent battle, as they will take on Carolina Core. Battle of the Independents. Meanwhile, up next for Orlando City B, they will play on Wednesday. They will take on Revs 2 at 7 p.m. Eastern. Taifi looking to get one back. Still time for Orlando City B to work with. Judelson loses possession. Plowman charging up. Plowman using the size to his advantage, protecting the ball. Anslin. Robertson. Carolina Core currently up 4-0 against NYCFC 2. Patience here from Chattanooga FC, playing with a 2-goal lead. Plowman with an opportunity! That would have put it away for sure. Orlando City B does have a little life left, depending on how much stoppage time is added on, but they need to get a first goal in order to keep that going. As there you see another solid save by Mercado. Both keepers have come up big here. Robertson. Chattanooga FC last year finished one spot out in the playoffs in that 9th position. Top 8 teams made it. They finished level on points, but they needed a win in their final game. They ultimately went to kicks where they got the extra point. It was not enough. Looking to make the playoffs this year for the first time ever. Orlando City B has made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. And they came out strong this season, unbeaten coming into tonight's match. 2 wins, 1 draw. Chattanooga FC with 4 minutes remaining before they will have their 3rd win of the year, and it's a great way to bounce back after falling the U.S. Open Cup on Wednesday night in a game that saw over 12,000 fans here at Finley Stadium. It was the 4th largest crowd in club history, the largest crowd in terms of a weekday game. What's most impressive about this Chattanooga FC Chattanooga FC once again scoring first in this game. They've scored first in every single game this year in MLS NEXT Pro. Mangarov and Anslin, the goal scorers. Mangarov with his 2nd goal of the MLS NEXT Pro season, also scored on Wednesday night. Anslin, the other goal scorer, he has 3 goals on the year. Ellis. These 2 teams will play 3 times in total. Next 2 games will be in Orlando. First one on June 1st, second one on August 9th. Ellis. Typhy got a piece of it with his left, but unable to get it on frame. 2 different players you could pick for man of the match here tonight for Chattanooga FC. One of those very much could be Eldin Jakupovic. He has been tremendous between the sticks with 7 saves in the game. Had 5 in the opening half of play. If it wasn't for him, very well could have been Orlando City B up 2, if not even 3-0 in the first half. Jakupovic will have his 2nd clean sheet of the year. Both goal scorers, a goal and an assist here tonight. Jakupovic, little veteran move here by the 40-year-old, just wasting some time. Sending everyone forward, just waiting for that final whistle. And there is the final whistle. 3 games in 7 days for this Chattanooga FC side, and they close it out with a victory at home, their 3rd win of the season, and they get their 2nd clean sheet of the year. And what a game it was. And you talk about tired legs, it was all about the depth. Chris Nugent has talked about the subs coming on, and there's never a drop in play. And well, you saw it once again tonight for Chattanooga FC as they get the win tonight at home. A great way to bounce back after a tough loss on Wednesday night in the U.S. Open Cup. They found a way, and it was the subs, Daniel Mangarov as well as Keegan Anslin. Keegan Anslin here with the assist. He had a goal, but he cuts it back. And our man of the match, Daniel Mangarov, with the opening goal, the game-winning goal right there coming on as a sub. He also got the assist on the Anslin goal, just cuts it right back, and no doubt about it, as Anslin knocks it through for the 2nd goal, and they take down this Orlando City B side by a score of 2-0. For our entire MLS NEXT Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Toll. Once again, our final score come from behind here in the 2nd half for Chattanooga FC. A surprise win with the amount of games that they played with the tired legs, but they found a way. Our final score, Chattanooga FC 2, Orlando City B 0. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Thank you and good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.